Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown video. Results and 205 live results for December 19th, 2017. Birthdays are from December 19th. Mean Gene Okerlund. He was born 1942. December 21st, Primo Cologne. He was born 1982. December 21st, One Lorcan. He was born 1985. Otis Dojovic. He was born 1991, and Luke Gallows is born 1983. He was born on December 22nd. Happy birthday. Dean Ambrose went into last night's Raw legitimately suffering from a right elbow injury, but there's no word yet on the severity of the injury. Ambrose is scheduled to travel to Birmingham, Alabama on Wednesday to have injury checked out and dealt with. According to BW Insider, there's no word yet on how long Ambrose will be out of action, but they would have a better idea after he meets with the doctors on Wednesday. But due to the fact on Raw, they sent him on to the hospital, and they, as WWE did the beatdown angle with Samoa Joe and Raw Tag Team Champions Balor to cover the injury. WWE reported on Tuesday that an MRI shows a likely high-grade triceps tendon injury. They added that Ambrose is set to undergo surgical exploration, but that will likely need surgery to repair the tendon. As noted before, Ambrose was set to be in Birmingham, Alabama on Wednesday to meet with doctors, and that may be where the surgery takes place. And I have read that the surgery did take place and it was a success. Ambrose went into the surgery on Tuesday night, and it was a success. The procedure was performed by Dr. Jeffrey Dugas in Birmingham, Alabama, and took about 40 minutes. So he's going to be out 4 to 6 months. As the doctor said, he tore some of the distal triceps tendon where it attaches to the forearm bone, called the olecranon. I hope I pronounced that right. Dr. Dugas told WWE.com. He basically tore about 50% of the triceps tendon away from the bone. So yesterday, we repaired that back down to the bone where it tore off. The surgery was very straightforward. We removed all the extra bursal tissue, all of that extra swollen stuff around his elbow. Dugas added that Ambrose has begun physical therapy, starting with light range of motion exercises, and is expecting to leave Birmingham later in the day. It's unknown for the doctor's time, but normally WWE just says 4 to 6 months. So it looks like he will be out of WrestleMania coming up. WWE Hall of Famer Larry Zbyszko had a small role in this movie called Dead by Friday. A trailer on this Amazon Prime at this link. It could be the full movie at that link. The movie was filmed a few years ago and is one of the last films that Richard Hatch starred in before passing away. Zbyszko plays Jesse, one of the mob boss leaders, and can be seen in the trailer about 44 seconds at the 44-second mark. In a common occurrence throughout his career, his name has been misspelled in credits, and they spelled it Zybysko. And again at this link on YouTube. The other link was on Amazon. WWE has confirmed that free agent John Cena will make his TV return next Monday's Christmas edition of Raw from Chicago. Not on SmackDown, but Raw. Free agent. The Christmas episode. Former TNA X Division champion Rockstar Spud was backstage for last night's Raw in Providence. According to BW Insider, Spud is also expected to be at SmackDown and 205 live tapings, but I didn't see him on the show for SmackDown, so 205 live. Waiting for the results? Just in a few moments. Monday's Table for 3 episode on the WWE Network featured Finn Balor and the Hardys. And here's a clip from that at the link. Shows the Hardys talking about their returns at WrestleMania 33 and Balor talking about his post-WrestleMania return on Raw. And they were sitting at a table. a little round table. IGN posted a video of Paul Heyman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, The New Day, William Regal, and others discussing how they would take down Marvel's Thanos at this link. Also noted, Friday's Flashback Friday programming on the WWE Network will feature a 'Tis the Season theme. Well, it's holiday season, so. A new episode of WWE Beyond the Ring will air on the live feed at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Hosted by WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. The synopsis reads like this. WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley hosts a festive collection of WWE's greatest holiday moments and matches. There was immediate speculation on former UFC Champion Ronda Rousey being in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match after being the big announcement from Stephanie McMahon on last night's Raw. As Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, that people within WWE are scheduled to be in the match are under impression that Rousey will be in as well. And also, Shayna Baszler will be in it as well. Also, former MMA or UFC fighter. Also, Women's Rumble match will feature Raw and SmackDown superstars competing for a women's title shot at WrestleMania 34. Speculation on WWE NXT superstars and stars from the past being brought in for the match, but that has not yet been confirmed, such as Michelle McCool, mentioned that she might return, and even a Trish Stratus return has been mentioned. Nothing's confirmed. Well, if that's the case, well, Lita, she's already with the company. She could possibly make a return. Rousey had trained at WWE Performance Center recently, along with NXT superstar Shayna Baszler. Noted back in October that WWE still had plans to do the Four Horsemen versus Four Horsemen match at WrestleMania 34, which current SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus Rousey, Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir. 2018 Royal Rumble pay-per-view takes place January 28th from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. The Crazy Is My Superpower, How I Triumphed by Breaking Bones, Breaking Hearts, and Breaking the Rules. Autobiography written by former WWE Divas champion AJ Lee, a.k.a. AJ Mendez Brooks, is being developed for a TV show. And AJ will serve as the executive producer and writer for the show, but there's no word yet on where it will air or when it will premiere. No word yet if AJ's husband, CM Punk, will be involved with the show either. But since I know, you'll know. Full press release on the project, along with comments from AJ on Twitter at the AJ Mendez following. You can follow her at the AJ Mendez. Proud to share Emmy-nominated producers EUE / Socolo and Jeff Fisher will develop hashtag Crazy Is My Superpower for TV. Now more than ever, it is vital that women tell their own stories. That's why I'm proud to work on this project as a writer and executive producer. And it can be found at this link for you. Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels and Becky Lynch have been tweeting about the final week of filming in London, Ontario, which I'll show you pictures of some of the footage or whatever you call it all together. And Shawn Michaels sporting a shiner under his brow or cheek there from London, Ontario, Canada for WWE Studios, the Marine 6 close quarters. But it looks like The Miz wrapped his parts this past Sunday. There was speculation on Miz returning on this week's Raw, as he was advertised, but did not happen. Noted before that Becky is being figured into SmackDown creative plans for January. The movie is scheduled for 2018 release, and here's some tweets from the set, as well as pictures for you. As Shawn Michaels says, hashtag Marine 6 is coming, and at Mike the Miz, at Louis Burnham, Tim Woodward, and Luke Trapper are ready for action. I guess Tim Woodward and Luke Trapper are characters. that they will be playing. At Becky Lynch, WWE, and she also has a picture. That's a wrap on week 2 on hashtag Marine 6. Feel so incredibly lucky to be working with such a great bunch of folks. At Shawn Michaels, at Mike The Miz, at Mr. James Nunn, at Luis Burnham. And at Luis Burnham also posted a picture. And that's a wrap on our incredible leading man at Mike The Miz. We miss you already, Jake Carter. Hashtag Marine 6. At Mr. James Dunn. At Shawn Michaels. At WWE Studios. And Shawn Michaels has another picture. An unbelievably cool day on the set of hashtag Marine 6 today. Thanks to the director at Mr. James Nunn and the whole crew for allowing me to never have to grow up. Hashtag thank you. Well, Ring of Honor pay-per-view final battle results can be found on this link. Or actually, probably the whole show. Ring of Honor Championship match. Cody versus Dalton Castle. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. And there was a new champion as Dalton Castle defeated Cody Rhodes. World Tag Team Championship. Motor City Machine Guns of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin versus Best Friends of Beretta and Chucky T. 4 Corners Elimination Match. Ring of Honor World TV Championship. Kenny King versus Punishment Martinez versus Shane Taylor versus Silas Young. Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championship. Adam Page and the Young Bucks versus Dragon Lee, Flip Gordon, and Titan. New York Street Fight. Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer versus the Briscoes. Will Ospreay versus Matt Taven. Jay Lethal versus Marty Scurll. War Machine versus The Addiction. Apparently, War Machine may be gone from Ring of Honor as well. Before the pay-per-view, there were 2 dark matches. Rhett Titus and Will Ferreira defeated Cheeseburger and Delirious, while Jonathan Gresham defeated Josh Woods. Ring of Honor recaps some of the highlights from the 2017 and previews from upcoming matches on the pay-per-view. And here's what happened on the matches in action. Will Ospreay versus Matt Taven with TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marseglia in his corner. Crowd with an Ospreay chant before they got the match going. Ospreay with a boot to the face, flips over the top rope to take out Ryan and Marseglia. Taven followed out with a dive to take out Ospreay. Some quick chain reaction with pins from both guys. Ospreay is all over the place before sending Taven to the floor. Goes for a dive, fake, flips back into the center of the ring. Ryan with a quick distraction that Taven took advantage of from behind. Ospreay tried to springboard in, got caught and pushed back on the apron. Ospreay with a kick to the head, jumps over Marseglia's axe swing. Yes, he has an axe. Ref distracted while Ospreay getting thrown into a barricade a couple of times. Action in the ring. Taven goes for the pin with the feet on the ropes. Ref sees it, stops his count. Crowd boos. Found that late. The action in that late there. Ospreay goes for Hurricane Rana, rolls through. Gets a knee right to the mug by Taven. Pin for a 2 count. Taven glared at the referee with ill intent. Ospreay with a jawbreaker. Kick to the head. Charges the corner. Misses. Kick to the head again. 619. Springboard forearm. Running shooting star press. Pin for a 2 count. Some great sequences early on in this match. Taven tries to get some offense and gets a boot to the head. Ospreay tries for a standing moonsault. Gets 2 feet back in the back. Taven hits a backbreaker elbow and Ospreay tries for a handspring kick, but gets caught. Taven with a lion tamer pushing down on Ospreay's neck. Quick Y2J chant from the crowd, and that actually can be found in that link. And the next action is back and forth kicks that miss until Ospreay lands a kick that wrapped around and landed in front of Taven's head, then followed it up with a nasty looking elbow to the side of Taven's head. This link for you on the Ring of Honor Twitter account. Taven covers and lands a swinging neck breaker pin for a 2 count. Taven goes up top, gets caught as Ospreay tucks his head under. Taven stops him with his feet. Ospreay throws his feet up and boots him right in the face. Ospreay with a huge moonsault to take out the other Kingdom members. Table to hard dive, feet first. Action back into the ring. Frog splash by Taven. Knees up. Pin by Ospreay. 2 count. Double kick to the head. Spanish fly. Pin for a 2 count. Spinning kick to the mat. Lands. Os cutter countered. Taven hits an arm trap. Headlock driver and gets a 3 count. Winner of the match, Matt Taven. War Machine versus the Addiction. War Machine goes right to work, laying out Daniels and Kazarian. Hansen goes corner to corner, but it's stopped quickly as the Addiction charge in over and over on Hansen. Hansen getting worked over as Rowe jumps in the ring. Clothesline on Daniels in the corner, and he keeps getting hit by Rowe and his partner, mistakenly. Just Rowe and Kazarian in the ring now. Exploder by Rowe, who rolls to the apron. Rowe tries for a suplex, but Daniels grabs the leg, so Kazarian falls on him. Rowe in the wrong side of town as the Addiction stomps away on him. Springboard guillotine leg drop and Arabian press over and over again by the Addiction. Crowd is digging this spot. Can be found in that link. Rowe picks up and throws Daniels on Kazarian and is finally able to tag in Hansen, who throws bombs at both of his opponents. The Addiction remain in the ring. Apparently the ref doesn't care. Hansen sacks both of his opponents up on top of the turnbuckle, clubs away on Daniels' chest. Clothesline German suplex combo by War Machine, pin for a 2 count. Kazarian then gets launched up over the top rope. Daniels rolls up. Rowe. Ref nearly counts the 3, but catches Daniels holding his tights. He goes for another pin with the feet on the ropes. Ref catches it again. Lumbar check by Kazarian. Hits an unprettier pin for a 2 count. Addiction end up slamming Hansen on Rowe and gets a pin, but only goes for a pin attempt for a 2 count. And that can be found in that link. Everyone's just going nuts in the ring now as the ref isn't even bothering with a count. Until everybody is down, he then starts counting them. Hansen with a springboard double elbow, Thor's hammer on Daniel. Hansen dives to the outside and takes out Kazarian. Fall out from the top rope. And that'll do it. Winner, War Machine by pinfall. And the conclusion can be found in that link. Marty Scurll versus Jay Lethal can be found in this link. Scurll looking for handshake to kick things off, which Jay obliges. Back and forth, let's go Marty, let's go Lethal chance, followed by a Lethal whoop whoop. The two end up in the ropes and we see a clean break as Scurll backs away. Wristlock takedown by Scurll, who cartwheels out of it, does some flapping, and Lethal shoves him. Scurll with a slap to the face, and things suddenly pick up, with Lethal finishing the sequence with a drop kick to a grounded Scurll. To get a quick breather, Scurll hides behind the ref, ends up sending Lethal out to the floor. He puts Lethal's hands up on the apron and stomps on him. Lethal grabs Scurll and chucks him hard into the barricade before throwing Villain back in the ring. And that actually can be found in that link. Someone in the crowd throws a streamer in the ring. Crowd boos at it, and they chant A at them. Lethal continues to wear down Scurll in the corner. Scurll goes up and over the apron. Lethal follows and lands a drop kick. Lethal hits the ropes and lands a suicide dive. Body slam on the floor, followed by some European uppercuts. Scurll gets into the business of small joint manipulation and really works over Lethal's hands and fingers. Lethal is really slowed down now. Scurll with some slow flapping as he hits a great fake out kick. Lethal thought he was going high, and he got his feet kicked out beneath him. And that actually can be found there. Back and forth with chops and punches. Lethal goes for the figure 4, gets rolled up for a 2 count. Scurll tries for a pin, feet on the ropes. Ref sees it. Lethal with a torture rack into a forward roll, pin attempt. That torture rack kind of reminds me of Sheamus's flip, we call it slam. Lethal up top. Scurll catches him, climbs up, and hits a super splash. Lethal rolls to the outside. Tornado DDT off the apron by Scurll. Action on the apron now. Chops back and forth. Cutter by Lethal down on the floor. Oh my, holy crap. Chant from the crowd. Action back in the ring. He looks for a lethal injection, gets caught, and crossface chicken wing gets locked in. Lethal rolls back for a pin attempt. Close 3. Lethal gets thrown into the ref, but Scurll chops Lethal down at the legs. Scurll goes under the ring and grabs a chair. Can we find that link? He whacks the mat and throws it into Lethal, a la Eddie Guerrero. but Lethal puts it around his neck and lays down too. The referee was totally confused by what happened. Lethal tries a sneaky pin. Lethal injection attempt, clothesline by Skrull, flips Lethal upside down. Brainbuster on the knee by Skrull, pin for a 2 count. Lethal looks for the figure 4, and he gets it locked in. Marty scoots his way over to the rope to break the hold. He grabs an umbrella, which Lethal then takes. Skrull with another one. As the ref back is turned, Skrull whacks him in the neck. Release pile driver for 2 count. Crowd thought that was it and cheers away. Lethal tries for an attack, but with the umbrella, misses. Ref goes to collect the umbrella. Low blow by Lethal. Lethal injection hits for the 3 count. Motor City Machine Guns cut a serious promo about putting the titles on the line. We see the best friends have a tough time cutting an equally serious promo. Laughing through each of their takes, Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin versus best friends of Beretta and Chucky T, who are the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match. Can be found in this link. Sabin and Chucky start things off, end up in the ropes. Sabin with a punch to the gut, Chucky with a couple of arm drags, brings in Beretta, both with some vicious attacks. They go for a hug. Shelley says no way. Beretta attempts a dive to the outside, but nearly takes out Chucky. They give a quick hug to a big pop. Shelley and Sabin with running knees and cannonballs from the apron. Beretta and Sabin back in the ring. Beretta put in a tree of woe as Sabin pushes down on Beretta's crown jewels as the referee is distracted. Chucky tries to help out, but ends up getting his twig and berries shoved into Beretta's face. Beretta then falls down on Chucky in a north-south position. Machine Guns give us a hug, mocking their opponents. Tons of double team work by Shelley and Sabin. Clothesline kick to the head, combo. Sabin charges the corner and hits Shelley. Beretta kicks off Shelley to hit a tornado DDT. Beretta able to tag in Chucky. Shoulder tackle that takes down Sabin. Second rope drop kick that sends Sabin outside. Chucky with a nice flip over the top rope to take out both opponents, and he runs over for a quick hug. Dude buster attempt. Nope. Super kick and sunset flip. Pin. Chucky breaks it up. He gets tossed to the outside. Sabin hits a suicide dive to Chucky. Beretta guts out of a pin attempt. Best friends hit a drop kick reverse pile driver pin, but it's broken up. Shelley tries for a sliced bread number 2 off the ring post. Long dark cutters clears him out. Best friends grab Sabin in the ring. Pile driver. Sabin rolls through and somehow gets a pin on Beretta. Can be found at that link. Winners Motor City Machine Guns by pinfall and retain Ring of Honor World Championship. Kenny King talked about how he's not a target as a champion, but he will make sure he makes 3 men bend their knee to him. 3 challengers talk about how they will take the title, and there will be plenty of violence along the way. Kenny King versus Punishment Martinez versus Shane Taylor versus Silas Young with Beer City Bruiser. 4 corners elimination match for the Ring of Honor World TV Championship. And that can be found on this link. Martinez starts out with quite the entrance. Walk out of a coffin, red lights. Has a whole group of people with him and gets a pyro as well. His minions are sticking around ringside. Seems like he's trying to copy the Undertaker's thing. Kenny King out with some ladies who throw rose petals as he heads to the ring. Starting out is Young and King, who hits shoulder tackle right off the bat. Nice arm drag and a little taunting by King. As Young tags in Martinez, all Martinez at first. King avoids attack, does some taunting, and gets tagged out by Taylor. Taylor with a whole lot of taunting, dodges some punches and kicks, sending Martinez to the outside. Taylor looks to dive out. Martinez jumps to the floor, to the apron, pops him in the face. Taylor and Young are in the ring, but Taylor gets dumped outside. Young up and over the floor, wiping out Taylor. Martinez looks for a corner dive, but spinning heel kick by King stops that. King with a corkscrew dive, crushing Taylor and Young. Martinez hits a step-up flip, and lands on his feet. Wow, that's a 6'7" guy doing lucha things. He then goes back up top to the top rope, but Kenny claps him in the face, chops to the chest as he goes up and looks to hit a superplex, but gets shoved away. Martinez with a spinning heel kick. Taylor with a choke driver on Martinez. Young with a lung blower on Taylor, but King hits a spine buster on Young. Taylor with a gut wrench slam on King. Silas jumps in and gets kneed in the face. Martinez with a springboard Superman punch and tries to hit a choke slam. Taylor drops Martinez in the corner. Taylor with a second rope splash on Martinez for a 2 count. Taylor looks at the ref in disbelief. Taylor heads up to the second rope again, tries to bring Martinez with him. He gets shot. King hits the royal flush. Martinez with a twisting senton pin, and Taylor is eliminated. Martinez with some huge jumping elbows in the corner on King and Young. Over and over again, Martinez gets popped and kicked by both Young and King. Young lines up Martinez and hits a big body splash to the floor. Action moves to the floor before getting back in the ring. Martinez looks for a chokeslam. King hits a royal flush. Bear Santa Bruiser is distracting the ref. Young hits King with a beer bottle. King is eliminated. Springboard Superman punch by Martinez is caught. Young trips to capitalize, but no luck. Martinez with a pin, but Bruiser yanks Young out of the ring. Martinez jumps up and over the corner down to Bruiser. Martinez looks to be selling a rib injury now as Young picks him up. Martinez tries for a powerbomb on the apron, but he can't hold him up due to the rib injury. Young spears Martinez into the barricade and drives his knees over and over into Martinez. Both back in the ring now. Young charges in, but gets a foot stomp back down to the mat. Martinez with a splash on the corner. That misses. Young with a kick and a knee to the face. Young with more knees to the face and hit in neck area. Martinez hulks up, spinning kick, misses. Young hits Misery, and that'll do it. Silas Young wins by pinfall to win the Ring of Honor World TV Championship. Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray versus Briscoes, New York Street Fight. Action goes with Bully and Dreamer coming through the crowd. Beer spit in Briscoe's face, and Dream grabs a trash can full of streamers and throws it into one of Briscoe's faces. Dreamer and Jay in the ring. But Dreamer ends up on the floor. Jay dives out and misses. Bully Ray with a dive off the apron, throwing both Briscoes out. Dreamer pulls Mark into the ring while Jay throws Bully in the ring post. Dreamer was to punch it to the face and bites Mark's face. We have chairs in the ring now with Briscoes going to work on both Bully and Dreamer. Suddenly everyone has a chair and they all swing away. Both Dreamer and Bully with kicks to the stomach and chair shots to the back. Briscoe bounces and picks up some kendo sticks from under the ring. Dreamer and Bully go under the ring and pull out some light up lightsabers. Crowd pops them big time. Use the force. They swing away. Bionic elbows by Bully and Dreamer. Dreamer brings literally a kitchen sink in the ring and smacks Mark with it. Bully does the get the table thing as they bring a table in, but Jay with a baseball slide to send the table into Dreamer and Bully. Bully is now busted open. Jay brings the ladder out and puts it on Dreamer. Cannonball off the apron. Mark with a boot to Bully's face. Mark brings out a metal grater and scratches away at Bully's forehead. Crowd goes nuts. Jay with a chair shot to Bully's back, and Mark wraps a chair around Dreamer's neck. Neckbreaker with a chair. Ouch! Jay charges in the corner and gets flipped all the way to the outside. Bully bomb blocked on Mark. Power bomb, nope. They both pick up chairs and Mark swings a home run right into Bully's chair, which smacks him in the head. Mark picks up the table, but Bully kicks it in his face. Inverted 3D on the table by Bully and Dreamer. Dreamer puts a kendo stick between Jay's legs and flips him over. Landing on the table, Dreamer on the apron and hits a Spicoli driver through the table on Jay. Bully sets up a table in the ring, and Bully, with a massive splash, splinters the table, pin for a 2 count. Bully goes to light a table on fire, gets stopped. Briscoe hits a 3D on the table, but it was pretty sloppy and the table didn't break. Crowd boos. Briscoe up top with Lance Frog Splash. Pin for 1, 2, 3. Winners of the match, Briscoes by pinfall. Young Bucks and Adam Page versus Dragon Lee, Titan, and Flip Gordon. Lots of action early with Dragon Lee and Titan getting the best of the other team. Gordon is now in, who tries to play some mind games with a potential too sweet. No luck. Dropkick party involving everyone in the match. Triple super kicks are no good, and the Bucks and Gordon are sent to the outside as Gordon, Titan, and Lee all flip to the outside. Big pop from the crowd. Everyone on the floor as Adam Page hits a huge moonsault off the top rope. Matt Jackson sneaks over to the ramp and ends up doing a front flip off of it, clearing out his opponents. Page and Titan in the ring now. Page is making it easy work at first until Dragon Screw drops Page. Gordon and Matt are now in. Gordon dodges a number of super kicks. Young Bucks get annoyed with his elusiveness. Gordon with a springboard blockbuster from the apron. Page and Gordon in the ring. Gordon hits a sling blade, goes to the top on one foot, and clears out the Bucks. Wow, back up top, front flip, lands on his feet. Gordon with a running shooting star for a 2 count. Page with a boot to the face, climbs up top, gets put in the tree of woe. Lee with a double stomp, Matt super kicks Lee. Gordon with a springboard corkscrew stunner, couple more super kicks. Hurricanrana sends Mick to the floor. Gordon and Matt back in the ring. DDT on Dragon Lee on the apron. Page and Gordon in the ring. Fast and furious action. Shooting star Indie Taker on Gordon on the floor. Gordon back in the ring. Punches away at Matt. Pele kicks Matt. Gordon tries to fight off all 3 opponents with multiple chops. Gordon with a springboard backflip and triple super kick drops him. Dragon Lee and Gordon are both being held up by Page, and we see a double Indie Taker. That'll do it. Winners of the match, Young Bucks and Adam Page by pinfall, retain the Ring of Honor World 6-man titles. After the match, Scorpio Sky, who was on commentary, goes in to check on Flip Gordon. But Sky and the Addiction, who come through the crowd, take out the champions. 3 of them then flatten Gordon. Looks like we have a new alliance between this group, and they hold up the 6-man titles. Cody with Brandy Rhodes versus Dalton Castle with the boys. We're for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And the action can be found in this link. Cody changing things up with some blonde hair. Gold style. Almost looks like Sting with his blonde hair thing. Early years. Match gets going. And I think I'll show you a picture of that as well. Yeah, I'll do that for you. Cody goes for a low blow right off the bat. But Castle was ready for it. Few lockups with Cody, who heads to the outside and chases after the boys. Castle follows. Cody heads back in. Brandy grabs Castle's leg, and Cody with a kick to Castle. Cody gets chippy with the ref, who shoves Cody down. Cody ends up getting Castle in a label lock. Castle to the outside. The boys try to fan him off. Cody throws Castle into the steps near the ramp. Cody heads to the timekeeper's table, clearing everyone who was sitting there. Cody goes to throw Castle in the ring. Castle tries for her Corona, but getting powerbombed into the table. Brandy gets involved. This link for you. Cody goes for the chair, but the boys take it away. Brandy climbs up to the top rope and takes out both boys. The referee has had enough of this and sends all 3 out of the ring. They yell and scream, but eventually head to the back. While Castle tries to recover in the ring, Castle with a nice release side suplex. Cody tries for a beautiful disaster, gets caught, releases a Northern Lights suplex by Castle. Action back out on the floor. Cody goes into the ring post and is busted open. Action back in the ring. Castle ends up on the apron. Beautiful disaster hits this time and sends Castle to the floor. Castle recovers, hits a German suplex on the floor, throws Cody back in the ring. Cody goes for crossroads. Nope. Cody goes for a clothesline, but ends up hitting the referee. Castle locks in a submission in the middle of the ring as Cody's tapping out, but the referee is out. Castle tries for the bang bang. The banger rang. Cody reverses and hits a crossroads. 1-2 only. Commentary saying he's the first to kick out of that. Cody nails another beautiful disaster. Bangarang hits. Pin. He gets the win. Crowd pops big in shock. Winner and new Ring of Honor World Champion, Dalton Castle. Again, down to that late. After the match, Dalton Castle was presented with a new Ring of Honor Championship by Kerry Silken. They already had a new belt for him. Cody looks dazed on the outside. The boys jump back in the ring and celebrate with Castle. Cody sits on the steps in despair, confetti from the rafters as Castle holds up the title and celebrate. And that'll end the results for that. Dark match before SmackDown at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Saw Zack Ryder, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango defeat Mojo Rawley and the Clones. SmackDown opens up with a video showing a few highlights from the Clash of Champions pay-per-view on Sunday. Live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Tom Phillips welcomes us. He's joined by Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. We go to the ring. Out comes SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan to a pop. Fan chant Bryan's name before he welcomes us. Bryan will address what happened on Sunday. But first, he wants to discuss the Royal Rumble announcement from Raw. He confirms SmackDown Superstars will be in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. Bryan says the match will be huge. It will be awesome, and it will be a turning point in WWE history. Bryan says we also have a big show for tonight. He announces Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles for the main event. Music hits, and out comes Commissioner Shane McMahon. Shane says hello to Bryan and he gives a shout out to Newark. Shane agrees that the first Women's Royal Rumble will be amazing. But that's on January 28th. And he wants to talk about the pay-per-view that just happened on Sunday. Shane says he's been thinking about the match that he and Bryan were special referees for. Shane says it was beautiful that everything was going how it should when Orton jumped up and hit Sami with the most beautiful RKO he's ever seen. Shane says he was smiling and he went down to count. He was close to counting 3 and sending Sami and Owens out of WWE forever. But Bryan tripped and landed on top of him. Breaking the count, Shane says he could have counted to 50. Bryan says that was an accident. Shane knows that now, but he didn't know that then, and his emotions were running high. Shane says somehow during all this, Sami rolled Orton up and he went to count. Shane says he got to the 3 count. The only thing that went through his head was how Owens attacked his dad, Vince McMahon, and how Sami interfered in Hell in a Cell, and how Sami and Owens screwed the Team Blue at Survivor Series. Shane says his emotions got the better of him, and his hand stayed up at the 2 count. Shane says Bryan's emotions got heated, and he jumped up in Shane's face. This led to Sami rolling Orton up, and Bryan diving into the position to make the quick 3 count. Sami and Owens are still here. Shane says he explained what was going through his head. Now it's Bryan's turn. Bryan said he did what he did to protect Shane from himself. Hey, thank you, Daniel. Chant started up from the crowd. Shane says he doesn't need protection from Bryan. With all due respect, Bryan says, yes, Shane does. With all due respect, both of them go back and forth. Bryan says Shane eats, sleeps, and breathes SmackDown, but his passion can turn him into a hothead. Bryan did what he did to protect not only Shane, but an idea. Their idea. Bryan took the GM job because he believes in the shared vision of a land of opportunity. The land of opportunity for everyone, not just the ones Shane likes. Bryan says Shane may not like Sami and Owens, but he threatened their livelihood. He threatened to take away what they promised to everyone. Shane's been trying to figure this out all out, and you can understand how Bryan personally has empathy for Sami and Owens. Shane warns Bryan that Sami and Owens will stab Bryan in the back once they're done playing with his empathetic heartstrings. Shane warns Bryan not to have what's best for to show favors for them, but from a business standpoint, that will come back and bite Bryan in the rear. Bryan mocks from a business standpoint comment and asks if Shane means he should have done the best for business. What's best for business? Bryan says he's heard these words before, but he's also fought against those words. Bryan believes in Shane, in SmackDown, and in their shared vision. Bryan says if Shane has a separate vision, then that's his prerogative. Bryan says if Shane wants to fire someone, fire him. Fans chant no at this. Bryan says because he doesn't want to see Shane turn into Vince. Who's your daddy chant starts up in the crowd. Who's your daddy? Shane says he respects Bryan and he trusts him. Shane wishes Bryan good luck for tonight's show, like he's leaving the arena. Shane lays the mic down and leaves the ring. But he looks back at him over his shoulder like he's going to do something. But never does and exits the ring. Still to come segment, Usos face Shelton and Chad in a non-title match if we go to commercial. Back from the break. Tom congratulates the Bella twins on 1 million YouTube subscribers for their YouTube account. Usos versus Shelton and Chad. We got the ring. Out first comes SmackDown Tag Team Champions Usos for the non-title action. Greg Hamilton does formal ring introductions as Shelton and Chad were out next. Gable starts off with Jimmy Uso and they go at it. Jey Uso tags in for a double team in the corner. Jey with a big shot to Gable to stun him. Jey with more offense on Gable, whipping him hard into the corner. Jey with a few more shots before tagging in Jimmy. Jimmy keeps control until Gable retreats to the floor for a breather. We go to a commercial with Uso standing tall. Back from the break, Jimmy goes at it with Shelton. Jimmy drops Shelton with a big kick. Jimmy gets the tag and unloads on Shelton, but in comes Gable. Jey catches Gable at a Samoan drop. After a second attempt, Jey with a running splash in the corner. Shelton gets sent to the floor. Jimmy runs the ropes for a dive, but Shelton jumps up and meets him with a knee. More back and forth in the ring that leads Jey hitting Gable with a super kick. Jey goes up top, but Shelton runs up and meets him on the top. Jey sends Shelton to the mat. Uso goes for the big splash on Gable, but he gets his knees up. Jimmy breaks the 2 count. And Gable up. Gable blocks a super kick and drops Jimmy on his neck with a big German suplex. Shelton with another big knee strike to Jey. Gable with a rolling German on Jey. Shelton comes in and lifts Jey as Gable goes to the top for the big double team and non-title win. Double team finish. Shelton and Chad are getting a title shot, one-on-one. Since they beat the champions. After the match, Gable and Benjamin stood tall as the music hits. We go to replays. Still to come segment before they go to commercial. A new U.S. champion will celebrate. We see Charlotte Flair walking backstage. Commercial. Back from the break, out comes SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair to the ring. We see a video from Stephanie McMahon's announcement on the Women's Royal Rumble and reactions from the Raw Superstars. Flair talks about retaining her title in the Lumberjill match. They still call it Lumberjack match. At the Clash Champions over Natalya. Nothing makes her prouder than to hold the title on her shoulder, but now Stephanie has gone on and announced the first Women's Rumble match. Flair says there is nothing the women of WWE can't do, but the fans help them make it all possible. Flair says fans speaking up has made a difference as management listen. Flair congratulates the fans and the women of SmackDown division. Flair says whoever wins the Rumble match, she will be waiting to defend her title at WrestleMania 34. Music interrupts and out comes Naomi. Naomi congratulates Flair on retaining her title. Naomi then announces that she will be the first blue brand superstar to be in the Rumble match. Naomi says she will see Flair at WrestleMania, and Flair says WrestleMania it is. The music interrupts and out comes the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. Naomi mocks them and says they're the Three Stooges who won't be in the Rumble match because the Rumble is about surviving, not sneak attacking. Naomi rips them and challenges any two of them to step in the ring with she and Flair so they can teach them how to rumble. We go to a commercial as the Riot Squad approaches the ring. So we get Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan versus Charlotte and Naomi. Back from the break, Sarah is going at it with Flair. Logan drops Flair and covers for a 2 count. Riott tags in and goes to work on Flair, also talking some trash to Naomi. Riott focuses on Flair's leg as Liv Morgan watches from ringside. Logan tags back in and keeps Flair near the corner, their corner, focusing on the leg. Riott tags back in and kicks the leg. Riott with more offense and a counter to Flair. Logan tags back in and slams Flair's knee hard into the mat. Flair blocks another knee slam, but Logan steps her stops her from tagging. Naomi gets a tag, comes in with a bunch of right hands to Logan. Naomi drops right off the apron. Logan comes from behind and rolls Naomi up for a 1 count. Naomi gets a scorpion kick on Logan. Naomi comes flying with another big kick for a 2 count as Riot breaks up the pin. Flair comes in and takes out Riot with a big boot. Logan and Naomi go at it. Logan with a headbutt. Liv gets on the apron, but Naomi moves, leading to Logan spearing Liv off the apron. This leads to Naomi getting the pin on Logan for the win. After the match, Naomi's music hits, and she and Flair celebrate. New Day are backstage, dressed in Christmas costumes. Big E is an elf, Xavier Woods is a reindeer, and Kofi Kingston appears to be a gingerbread man. They're handing out gifts and pancakes. So they also plugged their new Christmas t-shirts. Rusev is dressed as Santa Claus, and Aiden English dressed as a snowman appear next. Rusev says nobody wants their Christmas t-shirts, but he's here to give the world what they want. He pulls a Rusev Day t-shirt out of a Santa sack. Rusev goes on about everyone being on the only list there is, the naughty list. English then sings about Rusev Day. This leads to tension between the two sides, and it looks like we have a match for later. So there comes every 6-man main event, Dolph Ziggler celebration, back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes new U.S. champion, Dolph Ziggler, for his celebration. Not much of a celebration. His music starts, quickly shuts off, just as it did at the pay-per-view, as he heads to the ring with no music. Ziggler brags on how he told us so. He says people said him winning the title was impossible, but they must not have been watching for the past 12 years. He goes on about how he's the best, and now this is his second United States title reign. He shows us a video from his first U.S. title win in 2011. We then see stills from the title win on Sunday, defeating champion Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode in a triple threat. Ziggler says he's just getting started. He shows us footage from his 5 WWE Intercontinental title wins, 2010, 2014, 3 times, and 2016. Ziggler says he's not even done. He knows there's some kind of accolade he's forgetting off the top of his head. He brags on winning Money in the Bank and cashing in successfully to become world champion. We see a video of his 2012 Money in the Bank win and then 2013 World Heavyweight title win. Ziggler says he's one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, and night after night, year after year. He's proved it to himself and the rest of the world, but year after year, he goes unappreciated. Ziggler says the fans are not worthy of his presence. None of them are. Fans boo. Ziggler says the fans don't deserve him. He stares at the title and says, if you want something to remember him by, and he looks back at the title, lays it on the mat. Ziggler walks out of the ring, leaves the title laying on the mat. It appears Ziggler has just relinquished the title. Ziggler walks straight to the back. Camera shows the title still laying in the ring. Also, some story speculation on new U.S. champion Dolph Ziggler possibly relinquishing the title on this week's SmackDown episode after he left the title laying in the middle of the ring. Following a promo, it looks like Ziggler will be staying off TV for a few weeks to keep the storyline going. According to PW Insider, Ziggler is currently not booked for upcoming SmackDown tapings, but he will still be working live events. No word yet on where they're headed with the storyline or when Ziggler will be back on TV. But I'll keep you updated as soon as I know any more info. And they might be doing the Brock Lesnar thing. Only defend the title whenever he wants to. Keeping him a heel turn. Daniel Bryan backstage on the phone when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens walk in. They thank him and give him a bottle of champagne. Sami says Bryan did the right thing for them and for their legions of fans. Bryan says he didn't do it for them or their fans. He did it for all of SmackDown. And by the way, I don't drink. Hands the bottle back to him. Owens brings up Randy Orton and Owens' history with Bryan when he was battling the Authority. Sami says Shane McMahon is trying to do the same thing to them that Orton did to Bryan. Tear his spirit down. Owens says Bryan got the last laugh on Orton at Clash of Champions, and they got the last laugh on Shane. Bryan says that they are unbelievable, and if they don't wipe the smiles off their faces, he might have to fire them himself. Bryan tells them to get ready for tonight's match. New Day versus Rusev and Aiden English was up next. Back from the break, out comes the New Day. And Rusev and English were out next. Fan chat for Rusev Day as we get the bell. All superstars are all still dressed in their Christmas costumes for the match. Kofi Kingston starts off with English, but shows up Rusev and English to avoid a double team. Rusev Claus tries to catch Kofi, but can't. Rusev chases Kofi around the ring and gets frustrated. English comes in, but Kofi drop kicks him. New Day stand tall in the ring. Momentarily, Kofi slides Rusev's Santa sack into the ring. They start tossing t-shirts to the crowd. Rusev and English return to the ring to drop New Day from behind. Rusev and English talk some trash as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, we want pancakes chant for the crowd. Rusev floors Kofi with a big clothesline for a 2 count. Woods reaches for a tag, but Big E watches from the floor. Rusev with more offense. Kofi finally turns it around with a big DDT. Fans try to rally for the New Day again. Woods gets a hot tag, unloads as English also tags in. Woods with a drop kick to the back of the neck against the middle rope. English runs into a big boot in the corner. English blocks the honor roll and nails a big spine buster for a 2 count. As Kofi breaks the pin, Rusev comes in and sends Kofi to the floor. Aiden and Rusev stand tall in the ring. English goes out, and Rusev follows. They start taking apart the announce table as fans cheer. Rusev and English take the plate of pancakes and put a bunch of whipped cream on them. They go into the Santa sack and bring out a jar of cherries. They place just one cherry on the pancakes. English goes to put Woods' face in the pancakes, but Woods resists. Fights them off. Kofi goes flying off the top, takes Rusev down on the floor. English gets double teamed and sent face first into the pancakes with a flapjack. Oh, pancakes are also called flapjack. Woods rolls English back in the ring and drops him. Woods goes to the floor and nails a big flying elbow drop for the pinfall. Tom says New Day has saved Christmas. Winners of the match, New Day. After the match, the New Day celebrate in the ring as we go to replays. Announcer then plug Total Divas as we see a preview for this Wednesday's episode featuring The Miz and Maurice. We see Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles backstage talking. Back to commercial. Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus AJ, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Back for the break. Out first comes Randy Orton for tonight's main event. Shinsuke Nakamura was out next, followed by WWE Champion AJ Styles. Singh Brothers out next to introduce Jinder Mahal. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were out last. We go to commercial as the two sides face off before the bell. Back for the break, Jinder starts off the match with Orton. Orton ducks a lock-up attempt and knocks the other two off the apron. Orton goes at it with Jinder, but Owens and Sami hit the ring for a brawl. Nakamura and Styles also hit the ring to even out the odds. Everyone goes to the floor to counter the brawl. So continue the brawl. Nakamura and Sami into the barrier. Orton goes at it with Jinder and slams him on the top of the announce table. Orton brings Jinder back in the ring and beats him into the corner. Orton keeps control, but Jinder blocks the RKO. Orton drops Jinder and covers for a 2 count. Nakamura tags in, keeps up the attack on Jinder, but Jinder rams him back in the corner. Sami tags in for a bit of double teaming. Sami works on Nakamura's arm. Nakamura turns around and takes Sami down by his arm. Nakamura keeps control and pulls some of Sami's chest hair out. Nakamura with a counter and a knee. Then a knee drop to Sami. They go to the corner and in comes Styles. Sami looks to turn and around on Styles, but Styles takes him down with a scissor. Styles goes back to the corner and in comes Orton. Orton causes Sami to bounce hard from the ropes to the mat. Orton with a 2 count. Jinder tags back in and goes at it with Orton. Jinder drops Orton with an elbow and stands tall with a fist in the air. Jinder drops a knee and tags in Owens for a quick double team. Owens drops Orton with a right hand and stomps away, talking trash. Owens pounds on Orton some more as we go to commercial. Back for the break, Owens is in control of Orton, and as Styles and Nakamura reaches for tags, Orton ends up sending Owens shoulder first into the ring post. Styles tags into a pop. He unloads on Owens, but Jinder opens the ropes to cause Styles to fall out of the ring. Owens goes to the floor and keeps control to bring AJ back in the ring. Owens with a senton for a 2 count. Owens puts a knee into AJ's throat against the ropes. Sami tags in and works AJ over as a fan champ for the WWE Champion. Sami drops AJ again for a pin attempt. Jinder tags back in, stomps on AJ as Sami keeps him down. Jinder with more offense until AJ turns it around and makes a go for the tag. Nakamura gets a hot tag, as does Sami. simultaneously. Nakamura drops Sammy with a big kick to the mouth. Owens comes in, but Nakamura takes him out. And then drops Junior off the apron next. Nakamura unloads on Sammy with kicks while he's on his knees. Now, Nakamura drives big knees into Sammy now. And Nakamura puts a boot to the throat for some good vibrations in the corner. Fan chant for Nakamura as he keeps control of Sammy in the corner. Nakamura with a big knee, and then it gets a 2 count. Sammy ducks a kick, but Nakamura nails the next kick for a close 2 count. Sammy blocks a reverse exploder suplex, but Nakamura ends up dropping Sammy for an arm bar. Sammy resists. Owens breaks the hold. Orton sends Owens to the floor. Junior drops Orton with a DDT. Styles drops Jenner with a Pele kick. Styles leaps out of the ring and drops Owens on the floor with a big forearm. Nakamura looks to put Sammy away, but Singh Brothers hit the apron to drop Nakamura with a shot to the back of the neck. Referee ejects the Singh Brothers from ringside. Orton takes the Singh Brothers out with an RKO to send them packing. AJ goes for the forearm on Owens in the ring, receiving an assist from Orton as he pushes Styles into the move. Nakamura ends up hitting a Kinshasa on Sammy as Orton watches from a few feet away. Nakamura covers Sammy for the pinfall. Winner of the match, Shinsuke, Randy, and AJ. After the match, Nakamura's music hits as the baby faces stand tall. We go to replays. Orton, Styles, Nakamura all pose as the fans cheer them on. More replays of the finish. SmackDown goes off the air with the winner celebrating. 205 Live results. The recap of Cedric Alexander becomes #1 contender for Enzo Amore's Cruiserweight Championship. Big Jonas, Nigel McGuinness welcome us to tonight's show. As a preview, Hideo Itami is a debut in Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak rematch. Kalisto and Graham Metalik versus Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Kendrick on the mic says he was surprised to see Metalik out here and had no problem with him until he stuck his nose in their business. Gallagher says he hopes it's worth it to Metalik to help out his little friend. Kalisto and Kendrick get us started with plenty of back and forth kicks and punches. Kendrick backs Kalisto in the corner and hammers away with some big chops. Kalisto with a nice hurricanrana brings it in Metalik, who heads right to the top rope. Walks the ropes, hits the crossbody. Gallagher tags in. Kendrick with a kick to the face. Metalik sends both to the outside. Both Kalisto and Metalik flip to the floor, taking out their opponents. Action back in the ring. Metalik gets put into a trio well by Gallagher. Drop kicks into his knee, and Gallagher starts to focus on Metalik's knee. Kendrick gets into the match and continues to dominance. Gallagher tags back in, knocks Kalisto off the apron, and goes back to work on Metalik's left knee. Gallagher mocking Kalisto by doing an Eddie Guerrero shoulder shake. That type of thing. Metalik continue to stay in the wrong side of town as he's put up on the top rope, and Kendrick wrenches his knee on the ropes. Kendrick heads up. Metalik fights him and Gallagher off. Metalik with a variation of sling blade down to the mat. He tries to crawl away. Gallagher stops him for momentarily until Kalisto gets a tag. He clears out both guys. Kick to Gallagher. Hurricanrana to the mat. Looks for a Salito del Sol. Nope. Hits the dragon roll on Gallagher. Then hits the Salito del Sol. Pin. Kendrick breaks up the pin just before the 3 count. He tops away at Kalisto over and over. Referee decides to call this one. Winner by disqualification, Kalisto and Graham Metalik. After the match, Kalisto gets a headbutt and is sent straight into the ring post. Metalik rolls to the floor. Gallagher punches him in the head a few times as they adjust the steel steps for some carnage. They put Metalik's leg between the steps and the ring. Kendrick throws a weak low drop kick, and Metalik yells in pain. Locker room segment. Enzo said tonight was supposed to be a celebration, but instead he has to set Drew Gulak and Ari Daivari straight for not doing their job and keep Cedric Alexander for winning his match on Raw. Enzo gets Gulak all pumped up for his match. Gulak says he will annihilate Alexander tonight. Huge kicks by Itami. Respect me. Yells Itami. Itami gets sent to the corner. Kick, tornado, neck drape over the top corner. Itami up the top rope with a clothesline. Multiple chops. Drops his opponent in the corner. Running drop kick. GTS will do it. Crowd was fairly dead into his debut, and everything really to the point. So Hideo Itami wins his debut. Doesn't say who it was against.